Alright, so HTC is known more for their VR headsets nowadays than their smartphones, and this is exactly what we're checking out in this new kind of video. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, do let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to make these in the future. But what we're checking out today are two different VR headsets from HTC. One is called the HTC Vive Pro 2, whereas the other one is called the HTC Vive Focus 3, and both of these have different applications. One is sort of geared towards consumers and personal use, whereas the other one is more for business case uses. And hopefully with this experience, you'll learn more alongside me as to how these differ and which one is the right one for you. Okay, I think we're on the right track. We're looking for a place called Arena Games. That's where this is. So this is the Vive Focus 3. It's got a 5K resolution 90Hz display and it fits quite snug on your head. And what HTC envisions this headset to do is to be applicable for business case uses. Various subjects in various businesses all across the world have very technical applications, let's say the aerospace industry or the firefighting industry. And I think with this headset, you'll just get a more up-close understanding of what these real-world situations may look like, so you're more adept and you just have that experience without actually going through that experience in real life. You find sort of an open back headphone experience with the VR headset. So basically you've got headphones that sort of sit right at the side of your ears, which means you can hear what you're experiencing, but also hear the surroundings at the same time. But I think the biggest selling point for the Vive Focus 3 has to be the portability and the fact that you can pretty much use it anywhere you want. I was traveling through the Louvre in Paris and just going through the museum and exploring the Mona Lisa art without having a care in the world of where I actually was. And that felt really good, sort of detaching from the real world and giving you an experience that's quite credible. So in terms of quality, you won't get the absolute best. It's not going to replace your eyes, but it's definitely up there with the best. There is a slight distortion at the edges, but aside from that, if you sort of zoom in or walk up close to an object that you're seeing in VR, it's going to look very, very clear. The other headset I tried was the Vive Pro 2, and this is more for gaming experiences. Once again, it's got the same 5K resolution display with a slightly higher 120Hz refresh rate. And what that means is that things and elements on screen are just going to be that much smoother, and I think that sort of lends itself to a more realistic experience. And again, it's got this nice, unique new lens design, which means motion blur is going to be minimized. So with both of them working in tandem, I think the overall experience when it comes to VR, the Vive Pro 2 has a better one. But if you're looking for something that's wireless and completely untethered, then the Vive Focus 3 is definitely the headset for you. In terms of sort of the weight distribution on your head, I think both are equal. The Vive Pro 2 might be a bit heavier, but you don't feel it in practice. It also comes with 3D spatial sound and high-res audio certified headphones, so overall in terms of the audio experience, I think this is better. But with all of the better things available on the Vive Pro 2, you will need a separate PC or a laptop with some high-end power to be able to run these VR experiences, which is something you don't need with the Vive Focus 3. I actually played this escape room style game to try out the Vive Pro 2, and things remained very intuitive. The interaction was great, and I think I ended up playing a bit longer than I was supposed to, but I quite enjoyed the overall experience, although I wasn't good at the game at all. But barring the key differences between a wired and a wireless experience, I think both of these headsets are pretty solid at what they offer. If you've already invested in the HTC Vive Pro ecosystem where you've already got the prior headset, you just need to buy the new one, and all of the other accessories that you might have will be backwards compatible with the headset. So that's something great if you're tied into this ecosystem. Whereas if you're looking for the Focus 3, this is more for those people who want a business case out of the VR headset. That's why it's a bit more expensive, but with it comes the flexibility and sort of the intuitive nature of setting this up without needing any sort of extra hardware with you. Nonetheless, this was just a timed experience, and I'm sure I'll be able to give you more thoughts if I use the headsets more practically in a home environment. So hopefully in the coming few months, I'll be able to do that at some point. Once again, thanks to HTC for setting all of this up. It was very, very smooth and I quite enjoyed the experience. And if you enjoyed this video and this style of video, make sure to leave a comment down below telling me why or why not. And also like the video and subscribe for more videos coming up very, very shortly. Thanks for watching. This was Vaibhav and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.